You know how they tell you the future is now. It's just not now, it's always. A future can be 1/3 of a second away, 1 second away, 30 minutes away. You're in the present, now you're in the future. Every movement you make moves you from the present going into the future, and that future becomes your present for so many seconds. It's probably the most fascinating concept of time. Time keeps moving, and what we do affects that future. You may be sitting down looking at TV. You get up, you affected the future. You didn't just sit there, you got up. You're doing something else. You're changing your future by moving, by writing, by reading, by learning something different or doing something different. It's not that it's just now. Your future is always. It's probably the biggest concept of time, and it mixes in with the present. About what you are doing and how you are doing and how you are perceiving things. You may be looking at a show now, but at the same time, it's affecting your future. You may be listening to the news now. You may turn to another station. They're saying something else. And it takes your mind to figure out, how is that affecting my future? What am I going to do with that information, if anything? Or I decided I'm not doing anything. It's still part of your future. The past gets in the way because we think of past things. People that have transitioned on, things people may have hurt us. We got good memories. But we can't let that hold us back because the future is always revolving around the present. It's only less than 1 second away. It can change at a moment's notice. You could have a sunshiny day turn into a storm in less than a second. Your future just changed. And sometimes you have no control over your future. So what do? You prepare yourself. Not for an emergency, you prepare. You may be prepared with money. You may prepare with life. You may prepare with your thoughts and what you're going to do. You have to put that future within your presence. And then you have to go to your past and pull up what you need to make that future great for you. And your future is not like anybody else's future. One change can change your whole life. Some people can change your whole life by coming into your future unexpectedly, or you invited them in. And the whole future scheme can go wrong or good. You may decide to take a nap, and your child says, I have to be at a basketball game in 10 minutes, and you have to take them there. Your nap and your future changed. You may come up with, you got to stay at the game. You may leave the game, but you can't take a nap. You may have to go get coffee and sit down. You may want to see what's going on. You may want to talk to a parent. Parent may say, oh, we're having a little party, get together. Your future is involved with other people and other circumstances. And God did give us a mind to think. We are the greatest creatures on this earth, the highest creatures that choose between right and wrong. And some choices that we make and that we're going to make in the future, we may think they're wrong, but they're right. And sometimes we think they're right and they're wrong. But only us can decide. In order to make your future great, you have to think. You can't listen to other people all the time. You can take their thoughts into account, okay, and mesh it around in your mind so that it fits with your future. And some choices, like I said, you make, it may not work, but it's good for your family. It's good for you. Or you may think it's just good altogether for the world. But nobody should be influencing your future and your thoughts. If you're doing a budget a certain way, and you may see different people doing a budget, you get ideas. Some may be right, some may be wrong, but you fix what you need to fix right so that you can get it going and earn money or earn wealth or earn a legacy. You may choose a job. Maybe your family doesn't like it. It's beneath us. You know, we're wealthy, blah, blah, blah. But it's something you like. You want to meet new people. You want to meet different people. Maybe you don't want to meet them in the class you're in. And that brings you happiness. Man, you've changed your future, your destiny. We have to always think that whatever we are doing, is it good for us? We don't think enough about us and what we need to do. We don't think enough about family and what we need to choose to make it right. We just go with the flow. Or we let people influence us and tell us what to do. We can't do that all the time. You can try. It might work out. Nobody's saying it won't happen. But we have to think. We have to learn. It's like the stock market. You just don't go in there and just roll the dice and pick a stock. Yes, it might work. But will it work always? No, you need to learn. You don't need to listen to somebody telling you, oh, this stock is great. You need to learn about the stock. You need to learn about their ups and downs, their longevity. It's like if you're looking for a school for your child, you need to learn about that school. Yeah, it might be the public school around the corner. It might be the private school around the corner from your house. But is it the school that you want your child to go to? Is there certain values that you want in a school that other people don't want? You have to go by your budget. How much money do I got? Do I have to pay for this? How much money is it? Everything that we do, we have to think because it's part of our future. It affects us. Even going to the grocery store. Whatever kind of store you go to affects your budget. Some have different sales than the other. And you have the mind to choose, where do I need to go? Do I need to go to several of them? Or do I need to pick just this one and stay here? Same thing when you're buying a car. You can't go by sometimes what other people are telling you because what's right for them may not be right for you. You may love this car, but you got to research that car. It may be the car of your dreams. How's it on mileage? Is it a gas guzzler? What are the payments? Am I able to afford that right now? Is a new model coming out? Is this an old model I can get it for sale? It's affecting your future. And the future is not only now, it's all the time. It's surrounding. Right now, you have stepped in the future and went beyond with this video. You started at the beginning and minutes have went by into the future. And it turned into the present. And some of you have to go to your past and fix all the trauma. And don't stay back there. Try not to stay back there. That's just learning curves. And some of them are bad learning curves, but they're learning curves So that if you go through something like that, now you know kind of what to do. You may not know greatness with it, but you know I can get through it. I can motivate myself to get out of this, to get out of whatever I'm trying to do. It could be relationships, whatever. But you have a learning curve, and now you know if it's a relationship, who and what you want. It's the same way with budgets. We know, and binders and everything. We go through it and we know who and what we want. And sometimes you make the wrong choice and you need a different binder, and it's okay. You do what you have to do to get through life. And it's nobody's business. I was listening to one of the DoorDash, she's kind of all things, GoPuff, all that, and people were complaining because they wanted to see his bank account. Now, to me, I know that's his future, right? That's him. But to tell somebody, we don't believe you, we want to see your bank account with the money in it, going in it. And see, he has to think of his future. Now, there's another DoorDasher, he's not showing you that. He said, I made this. No, I'm not showing you my bank account. It's a different rhythm going on over there. He's doing what's best for him. Some things to him are secret. Some things are there. Like for me, there's a lot of stuff that's secret. I don't want my bank account shown on there. His bank account does not give the number. The other one, the first one, but it's personal. But he's trying to appease people on the internet. And who knows whether they believe him or not after all that. See, you have to do what's best for you. He thinks that's best for him. That's him. Some things you do, I don't do. It's not best for me. It's not in my best interest. I weigh it and I go, I can't do that. Some things I do, you can't do. You'll weigh it and you'll go, nope. It was the same thing like Dave Ramsey. I did it, tried it again. I always give things at least twice. And then the third time I went, I can pick some pieces out of it, but I can't pick all of it. I can't take it all. Because it's affecting my future. It was affecting my money. It was affecting my lifestyle. It was not working. And some things I had already accomplished on there before I had started cash stuffing, so it was just useless. And then other things he had is good. So I just made my own. And other people can't do that. They need that. Nobody's knocking you. You got to learn that you have to do things for you. Stop listening to everybody, because while you're listening, your future is ticking away. It's going. If you're thinking, I need to go get a job, you should be on it, because the future's ticking away. It's coming right then. I need to look at jobs. Make an appointment with yourself about what you need to do. Maybe you need to organize more. Make an appointment with yourself about how to organize. Look at some videos. Maybe I need to organize like that. And then figure out what you want to do. Because your future is passing you by. That's why people don't get anything done. It's procrastination. Yeah, the big word there. But some of them do nothing. That's beyond procrastination. Procrastination, maybe you'll get to it. But some people do nothing. And their future is ticking away. And if you think of your future as leaving every second, you should be able to do more than what you're doing. You should be able to think. See, I think like that. That's ticking away. I'm in the future already. Tomorrow is a day of future, okay? That's the way a lot of people like to think. The future is tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And the next day, I'll keep doing it tomorrow. It's got to be done tomorrow. Some things prevent you from doing things. But when you got time, even if you got 15 minutes, outline what you got to get done. Outline and organize what you got to do. And you don't have to make this elaborate plan. You can write 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3 things by the end of this year. I'm going to do 1 thing by the end of this year. I'm going to check in to see about buying that store. How much is it? Get the questions down that you need to know. I'm going to check in to finding that doctor that I want, that I need for a specialist to look into my depression. I'm going to check different doctors. What do you need to do to get you where you're going? I'm going to check into that job and types of jobs that I want to do. I'm going to check into online jobs and see, are there any around here close that do online work? Instead of going, yeah, I need online work. Check it. Don't wait for other people to do it. You check for you. This is all about you. You remember I told you, you got to motivate yourself. There's no cheerleader there. Okay? It's just you. You need to learn to motivate yourself. I grew up with my parents. They never cheered me on for nothing. It was not a good job, a pat on the back. It was not a treat for a good grade card. It was me motivating myself. It was me that wanted to go to college because nobody in my family went to college. And you know what motivated me? I wanted to be the first. I made that my motivation, to be in college and to graduate. Because nobody had went. You find your own motivation in your life, and you push, and you do it. Maybe you didn't finish school, and you're older. Finish school online. Make yourself a little party. Invite everybody. You don't need people to motivate you. Motivate yourself. You will be more satisfied than somebody coming around, patting you on the back, sending you flowers. You got to motivate yourself first, or you wouldn't even appreciate them doing anything for you. Appreciate yourself. Love yourself first. That's the first step in loving others. If you don't care for yourself, usually you don't care for other people. If you don't have a heart, you usually don't have a heart for other people. You're usually the mean, nasty, cruel people. They don't care about themselves. They think people are always putting them down. They don't like people of different colors. It's just on and on and on. They're jealous of everything that's going on. Those people have no heart. They have no life. And they've got to answer to God about that. Like, what is your issue? Because he gave everybody a mind. Everybody free will. And we got a set group of people, they're cruel. They're cruel to animals. They're cruel to whatever they could get by. If they could, they would be cruel to a blade of grass if they could do it. But we have to motivate ourselves to keep on doing good, to keep pushing on, because we're a bigger group of people. And we can't let others influence our thoughts. If it's good for you, do it. If it's not good for you, back up. And do the little narrative. Why is it not good for you? What damage could it cause? What could it do? What difference could it make? You have to weigh for you so you have something to back yourself up. So if somebody says, well, why did you really do that? So that you have an answer. I did this because. You know, it may be the economy. It may be your pocketbook. You did this because. You changed this because. Or you may have not liked what was going on. Maybe in your household, you didn't like the way your child was growing up. Things are not working out with your child, and you need to organize and get that child back on track. You don't like what's going on with your pocketbook. You don't have enough money, and maybe this will help you. Think of what it needs to do to change for you. Always. Keep yourself thinking, I'm in the present, in a few seconds, the future, even a half of a second, a third of a second, a fourth of a second. Future is there, and it changes. It could be an airplane going by. I tell you every time, each day is different. No matter if the day is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's a different day. And it's not the same sizzle. It's different. The clouds are flying different. The sun is getting closer to the earth. The sun is moving away from the earth. It's snowing. It's raining. Every day is different. You walk different. Maybe you have pain in your body different. Maybe you woke up chilly this morning. Maybe you got a sore throat. Every day is different. And if you keep telling yourself every day is the same, yes, it looks like the same, but it's not. You're just trying to tell yourself you're bored. And whose fault is that? Not us. See, that's you have to change. You have to change that. If you're bored, why aren't you volunteering? If you're bored, why don't you go get an extra job? If you're bored, stop looking at the same TV show and see if there's something more interesting to look at. Think future so that you can get yourself out and get going. Take care. Enjoy yourself. Keep thinking positive, no matter what everybody else says. You think of you, okay? Positive, happiness, and we know there's stumbles and there's boulders and lightning storms, but we're going to get through it. Take care. Bye-bye.